Willard and Dibs and Laura Britt.
Oh, yeah.
Who kind enough to come on by and stop on by because, I mean, you should be, like, preparing right now.
Oh, you know, I do that.
You do?
Occasionally. I like to prepare.
Has that been all day? All day? Just pen, paper, and planning it out?
Because the Giants game last night, so I had a late night last night.
Yep.
But Matt Mayoko, as you guys know, we had a coffee day yesterday.
Nice.
Where we did breakfast and talked for 2.5 hours about
What's the coffee order, by the way?
The coffee order, I'm pretty simple.
Okay.
A vanilla latte.
That's the correct answer.
You know, the thing is, I do frou-frou coffee.
Same.
I feel like all the baseball guys that I work with, they all drink black coffee.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Where's the sugar? And isn't it supposed to be sugar and milk and then coffee? And no.
I'm with you. I don't even understand the
how
point.
you're doing. I'm at the point now where it's just black coffee, usually extra shot if I'm out there, out and
Give
about.
me the caffeine.
That's why you got all that hair on your chest.
Yeah,
that's why you do it right there.
See, I can't do that. I just I need the frou-frou stuff.
I'm with you, and I'm not ashamed to say it even a little bit. So, Laura Britt, NBC Sports Bay Area, and host, along with Matt Mayoko, of tonight's event here at the Dwight Clark Legacy Series. Give us a little, and give our listeners a little idea what's coming up here.
Yeah, this is the fourth year that the Dwight Clark Legacy Series has been going, and I've been lucky enough. Matt invited me the first year to do it, and I didn't get the chance to meet Dwight Clark, so I've heard all the stories and pretty remarkable human being. But being a part of this event for the past few years, I feel like I've gotten to know who the man was. And I think the biggest thing, we had coffee yesterday morning, Matt and I did, and the biggest the vanilla latte. Yeah. He also ordered me an egg sandwich, so thanks, Matt.
It's a perfect egg.
When I showed up, all my stuff was there. I was like, this is the only way I show up to meetings.
Her rider was waiting for her.
That was,
like, all right.
That was the way. But, the big overwhelming idea behind this is bringing people together and tying the past to the present of the Niners. That was the whole spirit behind it. And Dwight was such a great bringer of people together. Mm-hmm. That's who he was. And he cared so much about his teammates. That's a theme. If any of your listeners have ever come to this event, it's a big theme of all of the events, is just how much he cared about his teammates. And in getting to talk to some of his former teammates and then people that have come after him, that theme continues on. And I think that's a cool legacy to have, is that you're still bringing people together even once you've gone on. And I love that about this event. I'm really passionate about being here every year. It keeps me tied in with the 49ers, and I just love it. I think it's really awesome. So we're going to have Dre Greenlaw tonight. We'll also have that big panel with Alex Smith, Steve Young, Jeff Garcia, my former coworker. I'm excited to see him. Brock Purdy's going to be here, and Matt's hosting that, so that's fun for me to be able to sit and listen to those panels too. I'll be talking with Dre Greenlaw. Fred Warner's going to be here as well to present Dre Greenlaw the award, which I think that's out there now.
It's out.
Okay,
now it is.
Now it is.
That microphone is on, Laura.
This thing is live?
It goes out into the world.
We're live right now.
Yeah, I used to not know that too, but it does. It goes out into the world.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah,
that's
terrifying.
Scary. So I'm excited to talk to Dre Greenlaw and get caught up just on everything from the Super Bowl and to now and how he's feeling and leading into the season, the schedule release. There's kind of a lot going on surrounding the 49ers right now, always in the NFL. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. It's panel discussions, and you get a sense of who these people are when so rarely you get that opportunity, because it's always pressers and they're standing behind a podium, and this is a lot more relaxed.
Right.
And you see Eric Wright on stage with Jair Brown.
Love it.
Renardo Green's going to be here. And the conversations are so effortless between these former players and these new players. And to hear, we've talked with some of the former players that are going to be here, to hear their excitement about the new guys.
Right.
Oh, I've watched all the videos. I've been doing my research. It's fun.
Really?
That's fun for them. And it's fun for us they care about the NFL. It was obviously a big part of their life. And to see the new guys be brought in and ushered along with some of the veterans is fun.
It's got to be extra fun for you to be able to cover a team that values the past as much as they do the present and the future, because I know the Giants do that very well with all the events they have, the Willie Mack Award and whatnot. And to have this event to honor Dwight Clark's legacy, but also to include past veteran players and the current guys as well, it's kind of a nice blend, which makes it I think, something that attracts to all of us to be a part of this team.
Yeah, you guys probably know better than me because I got here in 2018, and Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch have always made that a priority, which you would think no-brainer when you've got the storied history that the 49ers do. And the Giants have embraced that too every time I'm at the ballpark, I walk up those dugout stairs, I turn around, I see Barry Bonds sitting in there. I mean, every single time I've been there this year, he is there a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
What a value to the organization to have a player like him. And then, Jerry Rice is everywhere with the 49ers. So, yeah, it's I think when you have a history like the Giants do, like the 49ers do, why not? I would want those guys around all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, please speak into our young guys. Tell them all your experience about how to handle these big moments and the bright lights and also the family and how you deal with ticketing. I mean, there's things that players have to go through that people usually don't even know about that I think is just so valued when you've got incredible players in your history.
I think Barry is going to sit there until someone else hits 30 home runs.
Please.
Seriously.
How about those Giants, Laura?
Yeah.
It's going. It's going. They're going.
The games happen, don't they?
They keep coming.
There's 45 of them so far. and they scored more runs than the other team in 20 of them.
I don't know if you heard my partner yesterday before the third game of the Dodger series, but I won't say you blew a gasket, but there was some gasket damage.
Yeah.
Mark was about fed up with what was going on, and then Logan went out there and did Logan Webby kind of things and, tamped down the fire that was this homestand. And so I don't know how big you could look at yesterday.
I didn't get to hear that, but it was...
Oh, your boy went off.
Well, how last night, how would you describe the importance just of that game?
I mean, maybe their most important game this season.
Yeah.
And honestly, going into that game, it's the Dodgers. Everybody knows. They spent $1 billion. You've got MVPs for days that you have to get through. One of the more interesting things about Logan Webb is that was his 7th start at Oracle Park against the Dodgers. That was his first win.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Webb is phenomenal at Oracle Park. His numbers significantly better than they are on the road. He's great at Oracle. But when it was the Dodgers, his numbers were skewed, and it was those top 4 in the order. They were all batting like 400 or something against him.
Jeez.
And then, so even more so last night for him to be able to go out there and put on the performance that he did. One thing about Logan Webb is he takes it seriously. He puts that team on his back when he needs to. And he mentioned the night before that it was embarrassing. That it was embarrassing the way they had played against the Dodgers the first 2 games. He took it personally. And I think that's a leader. And that's what Logan Webb is. I mean, he's a classic leader in every sense of the word. He puts the team on his back when he needs to. He takes the fall when he doesn't need to. You couldn't ask for a better ace for the Giants. But I think that was
he
their
was critical when he needed to be in. He even swore, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, the last one,
He's gotten a little fiery this season.
By the way, now that Casey is up, we have started saying that he said the team was playing like dog Schmidt, and that way we can say it without having to
keep our jobs.
Right? Yeah, we can say
that's a key part of what you do is just keeping your job.
Yeah. So if you want to use that after the games this weekend, if they lose the Rockies, they played like dog Schmidt. What are you going to do?
Really good.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Right. Go slow.
That's a little dicey for me.
It is.
A little dicey for me.
Yeah, we're racy on this show.
Yeah,
we push the envelope.
You guys,
no doubt.
You look like you are.
Try to.
And your nice button-down shirts.
Once a year.
It's what we wear every day, Mark. Come on. This is how we do it, right?
You ran into us on the right day.
Yeah, I'll say.
Laura Britt, NBC Sports Bay Area, is with us here at the California Theater in San Jose. The Dwight Clark Legacy Series and a parade of 49er dignitaries are about to come through here, and we can't wait. I mean, we were just talking about Brock Purdy, and obviously I wonder what your take, just the whole story, everything that's unfolded over the last year and a half, a very, very quick rise to fame, and now what I can only imagine is maybe on some level excruciating in that, like, you lose the Super Bowl and now we get 8 months of people talking about how much money you should make. It's like his life is very bizarre. It's an odd experience so far, I think.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
being Mr. Irrelevant and then all of this happening? The script's already written.
Yep.
Somebody's 10 people have that script written. It's the most unbelievable story. One of the more unbelievable stories in all of sports history, right? I mean, it's
completely.
You start thinking, and it's just it's a miracle, and he's really talented. And it does make me wonder how many more Brock Purdy's are out there, and maybe not just at the quarterback position, but at other positions that don't get the chance. You kind of wonder how much talent is left out there on the table when there are players ahead of you,
Sure.
2, 3 players ahead of you, and it just doesn't work out. Maybe not to the caliber that he's played, because I think that's a big part of it, but it kind of reminds me of a Logan Webb with how he's taken on this team and done it in such a classy fashion and played lights out. And then dealing with injury, he's dealt with a lot.
Sure.
He's packed a lot in.
Yes,
It also makes me
time,
wonder why NFL teams haven't kind of reversed the way they go about
Cases all over the world, over to Japan and Korea. I don't get it. I
know.
There's just, and it's not a crapshoot, but there's
a lot of misevaluation.
And some teams do better than others. Like Baltimore seems to only draft the Ravens. They seem to draft good players each and every round, every year.
In the late first round.
Exactly.
Yeah, real quick, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco and Odyssey Sports Station. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch, and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Upgrade your savings dividend. Open a First NorCal first-class money market. Today, we're hanging out with Laura Britt, NBC Sports Bay Area, and host tonight of the Dwight Clark Legacy Series, the awarding of the Dwight Clark Award to Dre Greenlaw, which sounds like that's going to be your kind of moment
jam.
to shine tonight, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's usually, last year I got to talk to Fred Warner.
Yep.
Really cool experience. He's a phenomenal guy, as you both know and all of your listeners know. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to talking with Dre Greenlaw and getting the chance to, again, tie the past to the present with, what does this mean to him to have, this is a camaraderie award, a true team spirit type of award. And I love finding out, how that touches whoever wins. It's George Kittle, Eric Armstead, Fred Warner, and now Dre Greenlaw. So I'll be having a discussion with him about that. And again, we'll be talking with Jair Brown and Renardo Green, which that'll be interesting. You just talk about a whirlwind.
Very much so.
It's a draft, and then you're here, and then you're here. Rookie camp, and what's going on?
Don't you think that goes to what you were just talking about the quote-unquote, if it's a crapshoot or whatever the right word is, for evaluating these players? So much of it, and this is the most impressive part about Brock to me, is what you cannot evaluate is their ability to handle this. Mm-hmm. You can look at on tape, you can see all of the abilities, lack thereof, whatever, but handling this. And if somebody asked me through the season and a half where we've watched Brock Purdy, what's been the most impressive thing? There's no throw that I'm going to bring up. It's like what has happened to his life and his ability to handle that.
Well, you never know what's here.
Right.
And they do, the NFL, I think, does more than anybody, does all these interviews, and they're visiting their hometown, and they're first grade teacher, and how was he in first grade, and what was can I see his report card? It's so much goes into it, but you really don't find out until somebody's back is against the wall.
Right.
A lot of times what's in here and how they handle that. And you can talk to somebody and they can sound in a crisis situation, when you've got 700-pound men running after you, you're going to be fine. But then it actually happens, and there's I'd panic.
Oh, can't even imagine.
I'd
sit.
lay down.
I'd just sit.
That's right.
I'd be I think I'm good, actually. Where's the concession stand?
That's right. Totally.
That's where I'd be.
You think about the super quarterback class with Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson and Trey Lance and all the rest, and they all felt they can't miss, and yet one by one, for whatever reason, different reasons for all of them, they've fallen short. And yet Mr. Irrelevant, who has it between the ears, and he also has a great relationship with God and his family and all the rest of it, all the intangibles that maybe you can't find out until you see a guy go through it. And now here he is on the precipice of Jared Goff money, Goffian money, as we call it.
Goffian money.
That Goffian
money. I'm looking forward to seeing him interact with Steve Young and Jack Garcia and Alex Smith, and just that whole dynamic. I'm really excited. I'm sure he's going to, be interested to talk to them too.
Right. Well, yeah. What do you think that's going to look like? Because if I were him, it'd be so easy to just kind of lay back. Steve is Steve. Steve is not only a Super Bowl champ, but he is a champion talker.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Hey, Jeff can talk too.
Jeff can talk.
Jeff
you know
can
this.
talk
Jeff
we
can
know
talk.
this.
And
we had a 3-question interview that was 22 minutes.
We did.
Right.
We did.
It's the best kind.
And it was not tough. And then Alex, who has sort of arrived at this, what I would call kind of real California cool spot in his life, where like the career and the injury and his ability to talk about that, and it has just kind of settled in to a space, and he's become a spokesman for so many things, and he handles that with such grace. And they all have this interesting story of either championship or very near to it. And then there's Brock, who is like just barely getting started. So I don't know if you're up on stage or you get a chance with him. We'll do it too when he comes through here. But nudge him and tell him to be aggressive tonight. That's my advice.
I know Matt Mayoko. That man knows how to interview.
Yes, he does.
He does.
And so I know he'll do a great job of making sure that, Brock gets in there, because people want to hear from Brock Purdy.
Right.
He's going to do a great job of that. I know he will. He always does. These panels, and it is fun because a lot of times you get, not that these guys are old, but you get the guys who have been out of the league for some time now. And at that point, and especially with like Jeff, and Alex has done TV too.
Absolutely.
He's done TV.
Absolutely.
So Alex, Jeff, Steve all have done TV. So you start to get in that storyteller's mode. And that's what's fun about the Dwight Clark Legacy Series, is you get the stories going, and then they don't stop.
It's
like, hey guys, we've got the foghorn out. It's time to wrap it up. But it's so fun. You just want to sit here all night and listen to them.
Laura Britt, NBC Sports Bay Area, hosting the Dwight Clark Legacy Series tonight. The Dwight Clark Award will be handed out. That is going to Dre Greenlaw. Fred Warner's going to be a part of that. So is Laura. Obviously, it's all benefiting the Golden Heart Fund. We're at the California Theater in San Jose, and a lot of the dignitaries with 49ers helping former 49ers are going to be cruising through here shortly on Willard and Dibs 95.7 The Game, and we're expecting to talk to so many. What of all of this that is about to unfold for you? What are you kind of looking forward to most?
The quarterback panel is going to be really cool. That's probably one of the things I'm looking forward to the most. And then also we have a lot of people that return to these events. Last year, this event raised more than $200,000 for the Golden Heart Fund.
Awesome.
Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know, this ties into Dwight Clark's legacy. Is the Golden Heart Fund helps take care of former 49ers who have fallen on hard times. And I don't mean to sound like this is not some stock answer. It's not like meant to be cheesy, but that's what tonight's all about. And that's why these former 49ers show up. And the current ones, because they care about it too. So I think having that underlying mission and seeing people come together for something meaningful is probably my favorite part of it all. And the conversations are obviously great, but I think the meaning behind why everybody's here is what's really special.
That's well said.
We could hear that. And Steve joined us a couple of days ago, and he talked about this a little bit. You could hear it in his voice.
Get a little emotional.
Yeah, how much it matters to them.
Yeah, taking care of their own.
Well, and I mean, look, not to be crass about it either, but how many concussions did Steve have?
38.
I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They know. And Steve also knows how lucky he is to sort of have the resource he has based on the way it's all played out. But yeah, it's not always pretty. It is not always pretty. So it's a good thing. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
can't
having me.
believe
Really good to see you.
you said 2018 is when you came.
I know.
It feels like you're from here, and that might be the biggest compliment I can pay you.
Thank you.
When you just said that, I almost had to Google it.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought she was from like Pleasanton. Seriously.
Far from it, Alabama,
you got Pleasanton
baby.
vibe. No, it feels like you've been here forever, and because you come across as one of us.
Well, it's honestly, I get that question a lot, being from Alabama. Well, how does it work in San Francisco? What does everybody think about you? And I'm like, people just love people. It's all about like how you interact with people, and everybody's just a human. I've really been embraced by the Bay Area, and I'm so grateful for that. It feels like home now, and that's one thing that's been really cool for me.
You don't get to leave, just in case. I mean,
I mean, you can leave the show.
No, today. Tonight.
I mean, as long as you want.
Well, I'm traveling far across the country to go to Stamford, Connecticut this summer to host the Olympics.
Oh, that's right.
Congrats.
So I'll be off of Giants coverage for like a hot few weeks.
The whoop.
Yeah.
Are you doing like the studio, like the late night? Are you doing the early morning? What do you get?
Somehow I'm on from like 11 to 6.
Big time.
How did I get that?
During the day, not overnight.
Not overnight. So I know.
Impressive.
Right?
Very impressive.
They just
11
told me my
p.m. to 6
hours.
a.m. is like rhythmic gymnastics.
I've
We
done
go
it.
live
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
Bulgarian who's got the
I've done it.
ribbon.
So we're doing, the first question I get is always like, are you going to Paris? And I'm like, no, I'll be eating croissants in Stamford, Connecticut. And it's going to be the exact same thing. There's probably a tall building I can find there.
Yeah.
And maybe get some lights going.
Maybe.
It'll be just like the
So
Eiffel
good.
Tower.
I know we left Alabama to talk Olympics, but I had a question that I don't want to let go. Where did your accent go?
I still have one. I usually have a y'all counter. I mean, I say y'all all the time.
Yeah, but y'all's like a cool thing now.
Y'all,
everybody uses. Yeah, everybody
y'all
uses
is just
y'all.
an efficient way to say you guys. You guys is not efficient at all. Y'all is much.
You're
more,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just say
I
fewer
say y'all.
words. Y'all.
My
Yeah,
son
I've
says
never even
maybe
y'all.
you
been
should go to
Alabama.
Alabama. Are y'all going to the?
Yeah.
Are y'all going
There you
to
go,
the
y'all.
Giants game? And
Find Matt Nahagian.
okay.
I brought this up to him like 2 months ago, and you could see I'm so jealous.
So excited.
Because all the bosses, and Joe, are you listening? The bosses.
Send them. They should go.
This is what they do every time. They're
Y'all
like,
should send them.
They're like, that's a great idea.
He's emptying his wallet
Every
right now.
single time, they're like, that is a really good idea. Let me look into it.
Y'all can stay at Mom's.
They're like, I have a call to make, and let me look at this, and I'll circle, and then it never
We'll circle
comes
back.
up again.
Oh, you know what? Look at the time. I have a meeting right now.
Exactly.
They look it up. The flights are $500,000, and they're like, I don't think we're going to go.
I just
That's
booked
gonna be-
mine,
that's
and
gonna-
it's like 500. So
Okay.
you're pretty
And
good.
we can stay at Mom's.
You can stay at Mom's.
It's going to be
There you
an
go.
Stay at Mom's.
incredible
We'll eat good
event.
barbecue. I think I have a lot of my coworkers. I'm like, y'all come stay at Mom's.
Y'all come stay.
Have you been to Rickwood before?
I don't think so, actually, which
You're
is
like
kind of
maybe
funny.
as a kid or something?
I think
mean-
I've driven by it, but
Yeah.
I've never like had a reason to go to Rickwood Field
Right.
when I was there.
This is not far off, by the way. This is a month away, right?
Yeah, it's
This game.
June, the week of June 17th through the 20th.
Yeah.
So the
I want to
game's
say
on
June
like
16th.
it might be on the 16th.
Yeah, I think it's on the
That's
16th.
a month from today.
Yeah.
We got to get
Oh,
our
yeah.
flights.
Yeah, book your flights. Let's
Dude,
eat barbecue
I love
and
it.
drink sweet tea and eat biscuits.
Does Mom have a couch?
That's Mom's
For your
got a
boy, the
couch.
Dibber. Can
She's got a
crash on the
Matt,
couch? Done.
We don't
can
need
get
a
some-
hotel room.
We're staying at Mom's.
We don't
staying
need
at
a hotel
Mom.
room.
Mom.
We're going to Alabama.
Totally.
Yeah, he gave me the no. All right,
Okay.
we're going to keep working on
Maybe
it.
we can drive out there. Me and you.
Oh,
Road
that'll
trip.
be a show.
Thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
by.
guys.
Good luck tonight.
Knock
Thank
them
you.
dead
Have a
out
great
there,
time.
yes.
Are the Giants going to be all right?
Look at the time. They're gonna pull through.
There it
They're
is.
gonna get healthy. That's the thing.
They do need to get
gotta
healthy.
get healthy.
They need to get
Once
healthy.
they get healthy, I think things can start to fall into place.
Once that happens, yes. All right, Laura, thank you
All right,
very much.
I'll see you guys. Thanks for having
see
me.
you soon. Yep, that's Laura Britt, NBC Sports Bay Area
Not
hosting.
from Pleasant.